for freedom. You have Malcolm X. You have quite a few people, Muhammad Ali, that represents liberation. Then we move to what we want to say transformation. Some of the most two personalities come to my mind now is Muhammad Ali, that transformation that he represents from caster's clay and the worldly things, becoming Muhammad Ali. Malcolm X, from coming from drugs, life, and abusive life, made the transformation. And you also see the transformation from following shirk or following the Nation of Islam concepts into coming to following the Sunnah. You find the transformation in through a lot of organizations. Noble Drew Ali and the Moore Science Temple. You find the transformation into following the Sunnah. You find the transformation in the Nation of Islam, where they was following a nationalist approach. You find them make a transformation into following the Sunnah. So you have examples of these different transformations. Now, where do we have the reconciliation? Well, now in American society, back those days, the Nation of Islam wasn't involved with. Remember, Muhammad Ali said, "I'm not going to fight nobody's war." They didn't join the military. They didn't participate in American society. But now, you have Muslims making reconciliation. You have Muslim judges, lawyers, doctors, congressmen. We have Muslims in all facets of American society. We make that reconciliation. We are a part of American society, and if they look at Islam through their window, through liberation, transformation, and reconciliation, we fit right there also.
Well, I hope inshallah we give you the success in this. And when you're a house here, and we know this is jam-packed with so many things, I want to ask you, sister, you guys have any future plans to display these things in another setting?
Inshallah, we are obtaining the building soon, very soon, inshallah, in the downtown D.C. area near the convention center, and obtaining it from a Muslim family. So that's a real blessing, inshallah. So yes, we want to have a permanent space. Now, my husband mostly has been traveling all over the world, the world and the country for the last 10 years, and so it's time to settle down where people can come see us, come to a building and experience the African American and the immigrant Muslim experience in America. Plus, it gives us a chance to, if we have a building, we have more space to bring in more exhibitions from international community, Muslim community, and community artists. It'll be a wonderful space for, inshallah, for people to come.
Okay, well, Amir and Habib, I really thank you for inviting me to your home and showing me these things which otherwise I might have never seen, And I think that more people, inshallah, I hope that they get the opportunity to view some of these things, because to really connect you to when somebody tells you go back to your country, you really can back that up with saying, I know that we're part of this country from the beginning. But before we conclude here, I'd like to ask you both, I'll start with you, sister. What do you feel now after researching our history here in America? What do you feel is the future outlook for Islam here in America?
Islam is on the move. Alhamdulillah. People are really opening up. Sometimes, it tells us in the Quran that with hardship comes ease. So all these hardship things that are happening around Muslims and around Islam, inshallah, will come ease. And people are opening up, and they're learning, and they're communicating with Muslims and realizing that their neighbors are Muslims, their family are Muslims. So out of this and out of the history and the exposure that they'll get from our museum collections and stories of American Muslims, they can see themselves, and they can reach out to others and learn about Islam and the history.
I think it's very prosperous, very, very have great potential. As my wife was saying, she didn't use these words, but out of darkness come light. And it's like as your child, you tell your child, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. His curiosity is going to lead him to go do it. The American curiosity have opened the door for them to look at Islam and al-Islam and as Muslims. And as we see today, you got many millions of Muslims as doctors and teachers that people have an inner relationship with, that they're not so hostile. Our society's changing. It is not the same society that it was 40, 50 years ago, or even 20 years ago. Or even the same society. Take an example of when Malcolm went on Hajj. It took him to see European as Muslims on Hajj. When my wife went on Hajj a couple of years ago, we went on Hajj with European American Muslims. They went because they're motivated because of Malcolm. So Islam is on the rise. It is the fastest growing religion in the world today. So to the Muslims in the world, we like to say Ramadan Mubarak, but look, let's be the light of the world. Let's be the ambassadors. Let's show the best of light, the best of action, the best of character. We'll get them. We'll win them.
Brother Amir and Sister Habiba, thank you very much again for inviting us to your home. And I hope that our viewers are able to get some insight into the deep history that Islam has here in the United States of America. I hope we've been able to separate the fact from the fiction, the truth from the falsehoods, and the myths from the realities, and leave you with a positive understanding about Islam and Muslims. And I invite you to join us as we continue to keep it real by telling the stories which must be told. And I ask you all to remember the very important rule: don't judge Islam by the people, but judge the people by Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah.